From Maplewood Park at Malden Catholic High School, Malden, Mass. This is Lexington Blue Sox Baseball on the Blue Sox Baseball Network here on YouTube. Tonight, it's the Lexington Blue Sox with a record of 1-0, taking on the Malden Maddogs with a record of 0-1. Good evening, everybody. Sam Feely here with you, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. I am wearing a mask today because of the air quality with the smoke from the wildfires in Canada coming down south. And I mean, if you know the story I told upon my return last year, well, you understand I got to take those precautions for my own health. But Blue Sox with a healthy 11-3 win against the newly rechristened Lexington Bulldogs in their first game of the season Thursday. It was actually the second straight 8-run loss the Bulldogs had suffered to start the season. Great performances up and down the lineup and from the entire pitching staff from the Blue Sox in that game. And one of the pitchers in that game, Eric Lopes, is going to get the ball to start the ball tonight for Lexington. Jesse McCullough had a great performance at the top of the lineup in that game. He's actually going to bat number 2 in tonight's lineup behind Ernie Little, getting his first start of the season. For the Mad Dogs, they come off an 11-4 loss to Andre in their season opener. Nick Vinoki will be sending Anthony Ponza out there for his first start with the team. Mad Dogs have had some great individual statistical performers over the years since they joined the ICL, but no success in the ICL postseason, alas. But hoping they can maybe have a breakout season this year. They start the season with the second of 3 consecutive games for the Mad Dogs at Maplewood, probably the most hitter-friendly ballpark in all of the ICL. Said it once, has said it 1,000 times. It's like it's closer to straightaway center than it is down the lines here at Maplewood. Mad Dogs in white, Blue Sox in the blue and red. Nick Vinoki and Rick DeAngelis going over the ground rules with the umpires, and here's the starting lineup for the Blue Sox. Again, Intercity League now allows you to run 10-man batting orders. So here it is for the Blue Sox. Ernie Little leading it off at second base, followed by Jesse McCullough at short. Julian Alvarez is in right. DJ Johnson is the DH. Austin Mazel is in center. Andrew Salima is the extra hitter. Dom Zaire is in left. Pat Casserly is at first. Peter Dudonakis is at third, and Craig Corliss rounds out the lineup behind the plate. On the mound for the Blue Sox, again, it's going to be Eric Lopes making his second appearance of the season. Pitched 1 inning of relief on Thursday against the Bulldogs. Allowed one walk, but no runs or hits. Threw one wild pitch, but also struck out the side. For the Mad Dogs, their lineup looks like this. It'll be Cole Tully leading it off in right, followed by Quentin Copeland in center. Derek Bauer is at first. Jackson Roloff is in left. Ty Morgan is the shortstop. Connor Hanlon is the DH. Chris Afaro is the extra hitter. Lawrence Tang is at third. Ben Croto, former Lawrence Academy Spartan. How you doing, Kevin Potter? Is behind the plate, and Joe Colucci rounds out the lineup at second. Anthony Ponza, again the starting pitcher tonight for the Mad Dogs as they take the field. Ben Croto, as I mentioned, former LA Spartan. His father's here. Just subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Mr. Croto. And you know, when he mentioned that, I said I have noticed a lot of overlap between the teams I cover, no matter the sport. You know, a lot of players, you know, playing the NEPSAC and hockey or baseball or whatever, they'll end up, you know, playing in the Northeast 10. I might see them when I'm working St. Anselm games, or see you know, players in the MIA or NEPSAC or even the Northeast 10, then see them in the Park League or the Intercity League. You know, it's a small world, you know, when you work this circuit. Blue Sox had a home game scheduled last night against the Melrose Americans, but even though it did not rain much during the day, Monday it had rained significantly enough since their game on Thursday that center field was essentially waterlogged, and that game has been pushed back to a date to be determined. Hopefully we won't have any rainouts for the annual Jerry DeAngelis Intercity League Day of Baseball on Saturday. All 6 teams will be playing a triple header at center field at Lexington High. So Croto fires a ball to second. We are ready for some baseball. Here is Ernie Little to lead things off. Last year for the Blue Sox, Ernie batted .333, did not draw a walk in 27 at-bats, batted 9 hits, 4 ribbies, and was 5 of 5 in steals. Ponza fires the first pitch on the outside corner for strike one. At 8:08, we're underway. Temperature at game time is 66 degrees as this is in front of the mound. Ponza fires on to first. No chance to get Ernie fresh at first base. Infield single to begin the ball game. So here is Jesse McCullough in the season opener against the Bulldogs. Couple of hits, couple of runs scored, a stolen base. It's really creating offense himself on the base paths in that first game against the Bulldogs. Ball one. Fouled off. Jesse was 2 for 3 with a walk, 2 runs scored, a double, 2 ribbies, and a steal. Great all-around game at the top of the order for Jesse on Thursday night. Off-speed pitch, just missed. Good effort by Croto to frame it, but I think it just broke a little too late to get the call he wanted. 2-1. On the outside corner, 2-2. McCullough. Back in the home plate umpire. Did look like a good spot. Right on the knees, right on the edge of the plate. 2-2. See if Ernie runs here. If not, probably 3-2. But first a check on the runner at first. And back safely is Ernie. Downstairs, can't say in the dirt at this field, so full count. 3-2. It's not even dirt at the backstop, it's gravel. 3-2 pitch. Runner goes, the pitch is outside for ball 4. So no steal of second for Little, just a walk for McCullough, first and second. Nobody out to begin the ball game, and here is Julian Alvarez. Alvarez takes outside, ball 1. Alvarez 2 for 3 with a double, a run scored, 2 ribbies on Thursday against the Bulldogs. And Ponza will spin back towards second and look Ernie back. So we got Little at second and McCullough at first. One of the best power hitters in ICL history at the plate. Up and away, 2-0. I mean, I can see what Ponza's trying to do, trying to freeze the Blue Sox batters on the outside corner, but he's trying to do the top outside corner twice and hasn't gotten that. Did get a strike call during McCullough's at-bat, but now he's behind 3-0 and in danger of loading the bases with DJ Johnson due up next. Runners go. The pitch is a strike. The throw to third pops off the third baseman's glove, and the throw back to the plate will be cut off. And the Blue Sox lead 1-0. 3-1 now the count to Alvarez, not 10-0. You don't get a 10 spot for that. It's a double steal. McCullough's at second. Little scores on the error. Now 3-1. Alvarez reaches for it into right field, and it stays in the park, bounces off the fence, and they're actually going to freeze it. It is a ground rule double. Yeah, I was going to say, like, shouldn't McCullough score on that one? And he does. RBI double for Alvarez, and it is 2-0. I mean, think of the strength Alvarez showed there to get that one. It wasn't, that far outside, but it was off the plate and really reached and drove that one the other way, almost all the way out. Great extension and strength displayed by Alvarez. And speaking of strength, here is DJ Johnson, who hit one of the longest home runs I've ever seen covering this league on Thursday night. Ball 1. 2-0 already. Blue Sox on top. Did he do it again? No, that's going to stay in the park. Got under it a bit too much, and it's going to hang up for the right fielder, Tully, for out number 1, and Alvarez will go back to second. And here is Austin Maisel. Hey, Mrs. Wojcik, if you're in the chat, the Maisel family is here. Say hi. Are you ironing? Austin, another Holy Cross product. course, where the Mazels and the Wojciks met. As that'll be fouled off the other way for strike one. I talk about some of the pipelines that often feed the Blue Sox roster over the years. Bentley, Holy Cross, Lexington High, of course, in general. 0-1 the count. And that'll be down and away. Good block by Croteau. No advance by Alvarez, and the count will be 1-1. Two nothing our scores. Alvarez picks up his third RBI of the season on that ground rule double. And Mazel fouls that one off for strike two. 1-2. Mazel was 1 for 2 with a run scored, an RBI, and a walk on Thursday. One-two pitch, lefty on lefty. Here it is. Fouls that one away, and it'll get out of play. Remains 1-2. Who was I kidding when I said to DJ do it again? But I don't know. Sets lofty expectations after the first game. Sometimes balls don't sound that good off the bat, but they get out of there, and sometimes sound real good. Got the MLB The Show perfect going. Nice stab off the mound by Ponza. He's got Alvarez in a pickle. He'll throw to second, and they'll apply the tag on Alvarez. Meanwhile, getting in the back door is Mazel. 2 down, so it's, kind of a wash in the result. Still runner at second. The longest fielder's choice I've ever seen, right? That's how you score that, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, here is Andrew Salima. Oh, no! Please, this is a family show. Ball 1 to Andrew Salima, who has been dubbed with the obvious nickname now, apparently. You've lost me. Thanks, guys. Fouled off, it's 1-1. I'm not even going to try to, mute the mic, honestly, because the cough button didn't do anything for Don and Jerry that one time. Strike one to Markakis. They were laughing through the cough button. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Get it together. Salima was 1 for 3 with a double and 2 ribbies on Thursday, and he takes a ball. Croteau goes to get it. No advance by Mazel. That's on the outside corner for strike 3 called, and the side is retired. 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, 1 left. Blue Sox 2, Mad Dogs coming up. Though the Blue Sox couldn't play last night, there was one Intercity League game last night, and it was the Sabretooth Expos with another rout of the Andre Chiefs. The Expos beat the Bulldogs 8-0 in their season opener on May 31st. 10 spot against the Andre Chiefs, 10-4 win here at Maplewood last night. The Expos actually got out to were up 6-0 halfway home. Chiefs came back with 4 runs in the bottom of the 4th. Made a 6-4 game, and it stayed that way until the 6th when the Expos pulled away with 3 in the 6th and won the 7th. The Chiefs only had 3 hits in that game. Actually, make sure. They got 4. So I guess they didn't update the line score, but they were also helped out by 5 walks from Expos pitcher Zach Kirby going the first 3. But all 4 runs in that 4th inning were charged to Kirby before Vladimir Ramirez got the win in relief with 2 innings. Tim Dunphy, the workhorse for the Chiefs, who picked up his 60th career ICL win in the season opener against these Mad Dogs, took the L going 3 innings, allowing 6 runs, 1 walk, no strikeouts. I got to take that. It was actually his 50th Chiefs win. I misread the press release, but my mistake. Anyways, certainly over 60 when you factor in his postseason performances. You know, part of that 2-headed monster at the top of the Chiefs rotation, along with Jared Frenny for many years. Anyways, so let's go to the bottom of the first. Cole Tully to lead things off for the Mad Dogs. Tully was 0 for 1 with a stolen base in the season opener against the Chiefs on June 1st. He swings at the first one. Oh, this might be danger. It's back in front of the left center field fence, and it's caught. It's a little dark out there, even with the lights on, right in front of the center field fence, but it is hauled in by Dominic Zaire for out number 1. Near danger there for the Blue Sox defense to begin the ball game, but Tully is retired. Here is the center fielder, Quentin Copeland. Swing and a miss behind that fastball. 4 strike 1. Copeland was 1 for 4 with a strikeout against the Chiefs on June 1st. Last season he hit 304. His slash line was 304, 448, 478, 4 doubles, 2 triples, 7 ribbies, and 10 of 10 in steals. But he is frozen on the outside corner for strike 3 called. 2 up, 2 down. Good start to the game for Eric Lopes. And now he'll deal with Derek Bauer. Bauer, the Mad Dogs' first baseman, 0 for 3 with 2 Ks against the Chiefs, and season opener has been with the Mad Dogs since their first ICL season in 2018. He takes strike 1 on the outside corner. In 2019, he had an OPS of 1267 with 10 doubles, 3 homers, and 14 ribbies. Oh, and 10 steals. Takes down and away for ball 1, 1-1. Last year, an OPS of 834, 3 doubles, 1 homer, 5 ribbies, 4 steals. Two and one. Bauer last season against the Blue Sox played only 2 games and was 0 for 6. Hoping to turn that around here, but it's a grounder to second, fielded there by Little on to first, and it's a 1-2-3 first inning for Eric Lopes. And the Blue Sox, they lead 2-0 after one full. Well, the Mad Dogs fans are out in force tonight in the chat, I see. They leading the Who You Got poll, 2 votes to none right now, but see if they can come back. Certainly need a shutdown inning here from Ponza as he will face Dom Zaire, Pat Casserly, and Peter Dudonakis to begin the top of the second. Dom's there to lead things off here in the top of the second. Postseason hero many moons ago for the Blue Sox. Thrust into the lineup after the injury to Josue Feliciano and just tore up the postseason from there, including a walk-off home run over the Warrentown Reds in Game 1 of the 2018 Championship Series. And Zaire takes low for ball one. Zaire getting his first action of 2023. Grounds this one to the left side. Third baseman has it on to first, one down. Zaire is retired. Coming off last season, his best regular season by batting average, at least, with at 289, 2 doubles, 5 ribbies, but has always been able to turn it up when it matters in the postseason. So Zaire, after recording a less than routine out in the field in the bottom of the first, gets into a routine 5-3 ground out to begin the top of the second. Here's Pat Casserly. He takes strike one. Casserly, 2 walks and 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a run scored on Thursday. Fly out to left, 2 down. Easy catch there for Jackson Roloff. Talk about, Ponza needing a shutdown inning, and he's gotten through the first 2. Just 4 pitches? Here's Peter Dudonakis, third baseman, takes upstairs, ball 1. I feel like Dudonakis was going to take that no matter where it was, with the first 2 batters going down so quickly. Dudonakis 0 for 2 with a run scored and 2 walks of his own right on Thursday against the Bulldogs, 2-0. That's the call that Ponza had been trying so desperately to get in the first inning. He gets it there, and it is 2-1. Three and 1. Alvarez had the right idea on his double to, look outside and try to go the other way. why he's been, great hitter in the Inner City League and other leagues his entire career. That's on the outside corner. It'll be a full count. Ball 4. Just a bit too far outside there. Dudonakis draws a walk. And Craig Corliss take off the leg guards and come to the plate to keep the line moving. Corliss 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, but was also hit by a pitch on Thursday. That's downstairs for ball 1. He says to Dudonakis, stay where you are. 1-0. One and one. Thought that was going to be called a strike, but it was kind of a delayed call, but it is 1-1. There it is, 1-2. And now at what point, if you're a Blue Sox hitter, do you adjust to that and say, hey, we are going to try and go after that and, try and poke it the other way. There's a lot of room down the right field line, too. And now he's trying to, he's just trying to live on that outside edge. That one's just a bit too far outside with a fastball, 2-2. Low over the plate, grounded to third, nice throw. And he's safe. Didn't pick it. Excellent throw at third by Lawrence Tang. But it's an infield single. The inning continues. Dudonakis up to second. Lineup turns over for Ernie Little. Speaking of infield singles, that's what he got to begin the ball game. Came around to score. Outside corner. Strike 1. Mostly fastball, curveball from Ponza. 0-2. Not everybody can have the slug that Julian does, but you get a hold of one the other way, it can cause some havoc on the bases. If there's enough room for you to run, and there will be some room to run here for the runners on base for the Blue Sox, that'll be a wild pitch. Up to third goes Dudonakis. Up to second goes Corliss. It's 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big strikeout there with a hook. Little goes down. The Blue Sox strand 2 runners in scoring position and threw a buck and a half. Still 2-0 Blue Sox. This game is the only one on the Intercity League schedule tonight. Tomorrow, the Expos will be at Morelli to take on the Americans, and the Chiefs will host the Bulldogs here at Maplewood Mad Dogs are back in action Thursday, hosting the Expos here at Maplewood. Then, as I mentioned, the Interstate League Day of Baseball, Saturday, first pitch at noon, will be the Mad Dogs and the Chiefs, followed by the Expos and the Blue Sox, and the Bulldogs and the Americans. We will at the very least have the Expos and the Blue Sox for, and possibly the other two games. We'll let you know as soon as we can if we'll have those games here on the Blue Sox Baseball Network, or maybe over on my Stomping Grounds LSP, but we'll let you know. Tucker will have all the details when they are ready. So here we go to the bottom of the second. And it'll be Roloff, Morgan, and Hanlon due up for the Mad Dogs. Jackson Roloff, the left fielder, to lead things off. Roloff was 0 for 1 with a strikeout on Thursday against the Chiefs. Comes up empty there for strike one. High fastball. Down and in. And the count will be 1-1. Roloff, towering pop-up. Who's got it? It's the second baseman. Little for out number one, but McCullough thought he had it initially, then completely lost, and that's the second time that's happened to the Blue Sox defense, where the original, where one guy completely loses it and wasn't even close to him, although the out does get recorded. Saw that with Tully's fly out to left, where center fielder Mazel lost it. Here's Ty Morgan, the shortstop. Up and in. Some chin music there. Three and 0 the count. Morgan 0 for 2 with a walk and a stolen base on Thursday against the Chiefs. That'll be taken for strike one, and now Morgan will go to work. 3-1 to the Mad Dogs shortstop. Fouls that one into the screen from 3-0 to 3-2. Wow. Not even close. Up at his dome, and it's an easy walk for Morgan. So 1 on, 1 out for the designated hitter, Connor Hanlon. Hanlon 0 for 2 on Thursday against the Chiefs. Last year for the Mad Dogs, slash 266, 342, 406, 7 doubles, 1 triple, 9 ribbies, 7 walks to 24 strikeouts, and 6 steals. Popped up, foul, and out of play. That'll be strike one. outside. 1-1. Speed has always been a major part of the Mad Dogs game in their years in the Intercity League. 34 they were third in the league with 34 steals in 2018. In 2019, they led the league with 67, a swing and a miss. 1-2. Mad Dogs also led the league in triples that year in 2019, and also were second in the league in homers in 11 to Andre's 20. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 down. They also struck out the fewest times in the ICL that year, and yet finished 10-16-2 on the season. The offense has always been there. I just need the pitching to respond in kind. Here is Chris Afaro taking strike 1. Afaro 1 for 2 with a double and a strikeout against Andre on Thursday. He's behind 0-2. Morgan still at first after his walk, and that'll be down and away. 1-2 the count. Morgan becoming the Mad Dogs' first base runner of this game. Can Afaro keep the line moving behind 1-2 with 2 down here in the bottom of the second? Fouled off. Late swing, just able to stay alive. Kind of jammed in. It's barely able to keep the line moving. Keep the at-bat going, anyways. So it's still 1-2 to Afaro, with the third baseman Lawrence Tang on deck. 1-2 the count. Morgan at first. Lopes looks at first, comes set. And we'll go back to first, and in before any kind of tag can be made is Morgan. High fastball, 2-2. Farrell not tempted in the least by that one. Just missed outside, 3-2. I know Pons has been working at that exact same spot on the mound for the Mad Dogs, but that has been called a ball for him too, especially on a fastball too. So 3-2 the count. Morgan's going to be off with the pitch. Could see some action. Payoff pitch. Ball 4. Did Morgan lose count of the outs? Because he didn't budge. Three and two out, and is that Ryan O'Rourke going out there to have a word with Eric Lopes? Second walk issued by Lopes. Lawrence Tang, see what he can do with a runner in scoring position and see if maybe he can put the Mad Dogs on the scoreboard. Tang was 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout on Thursday against the Chiefs. Last season, /234, 290, 359, 1 double, 2 triples, 1 homer, 6 ribbies, 4 walks to 21 strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch, 4 steals. Wow. Another fastball up and in from Lopes. It's 1-0. And a right-hander does that. You know, it's coming out of his hand way too early. Is there rosin out there? I don't know. This is down the third base line. It is a fair ball. 1 run's going to score easily, and they've called it an automatic double, so they have to put the brakes on a Farrow at third. Morgan scores. Tang with the RBI, 2-1. So the tying run at third, the go-ahead run in scoring position for the catcher, Ben Croteau. Hey, Chris Margraf, how you doing? And that's high for ball 1. Sometimes I wonder if Milberg knows this channel exists. 1-0 the count to Croteau. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Croteau on Thursday, 2 for 2 with a RBI, 2 runs scored, a walk, 2 steals, and what? Have a stoppage. Oh, is it because someone has their lights on down near the fence? Is that it? Or I see a car with its lights on close to the fence, and obviously, you know, that's in Croteau's line of vision too. Yeah, I think they just got him to either turn their lights off or move or. Well. But again, Croteau, 2 for 2 with a walk, 2 runs, and an RBI, and 2 steals against the Chiefs. This is his 3rd season with the Mad Dogs. Only played in 3 games last year. In 2021, he was 9 for 29 with a double and 5 ribbies and 2 walks. And I guess whoever their lights on finally figured it out. Oh man, that would happen a lot over the years at center field before we finally got that like tarp to cover it, to cover the fence. But two and one. Popped up. 2 strikes. The ball plays Plinko in the screen there. Farrow at third, Tang at second. 1 run home already on the Tang RBI double. It was an automatic double that prevented Farrow from tying the game. Up and away, full count. Colucci on deck. Now time called. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got the fastball by him, and a massive strikeout there for Eric Lopes as he strands the tying and go-ahead runs in scoring position. But, hey, it's still early. A lot more baseball to be played. 2-1 Blue Sox after 2. We go to the top of the third, and it'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the Blue Sox order due up. Jesse McCullough, Julian Alvarez, and DJ Johnson. McCullough worked a walk, stole a base, and scored his first time up. 2-1 our score through 2 innings, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 3 left for the Blue Sox. As McCullough comes up empty on that great curveball from Ponza, 0-1. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left so far for the Mad Dogs. Up and away, 2-seamer, 1-1. Two and one. Waited on that curveball and fouled it the other way, 2-2. So both pitchers look like they're going to cruise through the second inning. Ponza able to get out of the second with nothing, no runs allowed despite having second and third, and then Eric Lopes had runner on first, 2 outs, and issued a walk to a Farrow and then a RBI double by Tang. Got the Mad Dogs to within 1, but a strikeout of Croto, and here we are in the top of the third, 2-1. Blue Sox, 3-2 now the count to McCullough. And he waits on that one, flares it the other way into right center field for a base hit. I mean, if you don't think you're going to get to those ones, you know, on the outer edge or just off the edge as a right-handed hitter against Ponza, you just got to stay back on him until he comes over the plate and do just that. Another hit for McCullough after his fine performance on opening night. He is on base safely for the second consecutive time. For walk last time, Alvarez, and that pops off of Croto's mitt, and up to second goes McCullough. Alvarez with an RBI double his last time up that brought home McCullough, and now he's looking to trade places with him here. 1-0 the count to Jules. up and in, 2-0. It's funny when both the right-hander and the left-hander are missing wildly up and into right-handed batters, as we've seen this game. Tried to bend it back over the outside corner, but drifted away. 3-0. Johnson, at least you get the lefty on lefty, but let's see. Johnson has in store for second at bat after just only being able to fly out to right his first time. I mean, that home run he hit on Thursday is a great way to set some lofty expectations for the rest of the season. And that'll be inside for ball 4, down and in fact. So that is the third walk issued by Ponza. 2 starters have combined to issue 5 walks. And they have first 2 innings. And now we're going to have a stoppage as we're going to have a mound conference. No one warming right now, it looks like, for the Mad Dogs. But a pivotal juncture here. Again, talk about DJ's power. See how it looks against lefties. So 2 on, nobody out, top of the third. McCullough at second, Alvarez at first. Johnson again flew out to right his first time up. And had the right idea, but that kept on breaking, and that'll be 0-1. And you can't spam curveball against a power hitter. You leave one over the plate, it's going out to Chelsea. Runner goes. The pitch is fouled off. Run from second only. McCullough, he'll have to go back as it's 0-2. And Alvarez at first, unlikely you would send both on that kind of hit and run, but 0-2. Long look at second. Johnson wanted time at the last moment, didn't get it, but takes a ball. Can understand why with Ponza's head swinging back towards second 3 times as he was coming set. Two and two. I mean, you have the 3 righties at the top of the line for the Blue Sox, but then 3 lefties in a row with Johnson, Maisel, and Salima. So, you have some good hitters, but as a lefty, this is your chance to maybe try and get him fishing and get out of this unscathed or with as little damage as possible. But it is now 3-2. Does look like someone is warming now, I think, for the Mad Dogs, but it's way far down the right field line, so I couldn't tell you who it is. That is someone warming. 3-2. On the outside corner, strike 3 called. DJ goes down. He's 0 for 2. Big first out there for Ponza. And now a ground ball could get the Mad Dogs out of this again. Maisel reached second on the longest fielder's choice you've ever seen. Last time up with Alvarez at second. He lifts this one up the middle and through for a base hit. McCullough is going to be shown the stop sign. Bases loaded. Flare up the middle on the first pitch. McCullough at third, Alvarez at second, Maisel at first. Even with McCullough's speed, ball was hit too shallow to try and come home with it. And that's just up for ball one to Salima, who went down looking his first time up, the first of two strikeouts so far for Ponza. Both three strikeouts, excuse me. Two of the three strikeouts so far for Ponza have been backwards Ks. Popped up to the left side. McCullough, it's dropped. It was not caught. It's going down the line. McCullough's going to score easily. Alvarez is being waved around. Here's the throw, the plate. It is not in time. Oh, man, that ball hung up in the air for so long. Fought the left fielder. Roloff was going to come up with it. Sliding catch, maybe, not so much. 2-run score. It's 4-1. And another mound visit, and that's going to be it for Anthony Ponza. 2-run single by Andrew Salima. The Blue Sox lead 4-1, and we've got a pitching change. I mean, even if Roloff comes up with that one, it's an easy sac fly at an RBI at least. But after got by him, 2 runs, still only 1 out. We got a new pitcher for the Mad Dogs. New pitcher for the Mad Dogs is Brian Pellrine. Pellrine went 2 innings in Thursday's loss to the Chiefs, allowed 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. First pitch to Dom Zaire is in there for strike 1. First and second, still only 1 out here in the top of the third. And now it is 0-2. Zaire 0 for 1 with a ground out to third. Grounds this one to short. Slow roller will probably only get 1, and that is all they get. And now they got the runner napping, going back to third, but he slides back in safely. Maisel able to get back to third after he turned the corner hard there. Salima is retired, 6-4. Zare reaches on the fielder's choice. First and third. 2 down. And here is Pat Casserly. Casserly takes strike 1. Flew out to left his first time up. Andrew Salima with a 2-run single, but is retired 6-4 on that fielder's choice. Maisel at third, Zare at first. Time called as Casserly steps out of the box to look at Rick DeAngelis down at third base. Comes up empty, 0-2. 4-1 our scores. Blue Sox strike for 2 more runs. One of the bases with 1 out. Salima with the bloop single to bring home 2. Blue Sox would like more, though. Weren't able to add on the second. Maddogs got within 1 as Casserly reaches for that one and fouls it off. Pellrine last year for the Mad Dogs pitched in 11 games, was 1-2 with 2 saves at a 6.33 ERA. In 21 innings, he allowed 25 hits, 21 runs, 19 of which were earned, walked 19, struck out 24, surrendered 2 home runs, hit 4 batters through 1 wild pitch. Upstairs for ball 1. Pellrine's whip last year was over 2. Does get an out on the first batter he sees there. And now we got another. It's a kid riding his bike in the outfield. Like, do people who this isn't the first time I've seen something like this. Do people who do that not understand there's a baseball game going on? Like, it happens, it's happened at Lexington High, too. Like people just, drift out onto the field, not understanding that, there's a actual, factual, competitive baseball game going on. Little bloop to second. It drops in front of the second baseman, fires on to first in time for the out that retires the side. High drama here at Malden Catholic. 4-1 Blue Sox after 2.5. As I said the other night, the party doesn't start until Mrs. Wojtek walks into the chat, but haven't heard from her tonight. Have you guys texted her or anything? Did you let her know? Or? Listen, no, I understand. My father has only owned one device with a touch screen in his life, and that was a Palm Pilot that we had to pry out of his hands after it died 10 years ago. For those of you kids out there, a Palm Pilot is I haven't scripted this one yet. Oh boy. Wow, high drama. Now we're into this game. We're only in the bottom of the third. We've had everything. We've had bloop singles, ground rule doubles, a pitching change, some kid riding his bike onto the field. Thank God there wasn't a ball in play at the time. Someone else with their lights on beyond left field. Gotta love summer ball. All right. Man, I'm live. We go to the bottom of the third. Who is up anyways? It's Joe Colucci, the second baseman. We almost had an infield single, too, for Casserly on the last out of the inning because we had a run. It could have been another run because with the way the ball rolled to Colucci. It was like, but just pulling back the lens a little bit as I'll be ball one. Pulling back the lens a little bit. If you're the Blue Sox, you feel like you should be at least up 6-1. Because they've now left 5 runners on through the first 3 innings. It's 1-1, including, and 4 of those runners in scoring position. They left Maisel at second in the first, Dudonakis at third, and Corliss at second. An appeal is successful at strike 2. Dudonakis at third and Corliss at second in the second. And then Maisel in the third, as that'll be a called strike 3. 1 up, 1 down. Yeah, the 4 of the 5 runners Blue Sox have left so far. 4 of them in scoring position, and sure you wish you could have seen the ball drift a little further away from the left fielder. Roll off on that bloop single by Salima, but take the runs where you can get them, right? Just keep padding on. It's only the third. Still 4 more turns at bat for the Blue Sox. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1 to Cole Tully, who flew out to left his first time. That's another thing we've had. We've had 2 balls that have been caught for outs by the Blue Sox were completely misjudged by another fielder. Tully flying out to Zaire when Maisel lost it. You do like the intensity, though, from Lopes, and you want a shutdown inning after getting the lead up to 3. Foul tip. 3-2. It's not Lopes. Nobody told me, but it's Stephen Banks. Thank you. Nobody told me. I appreciate that. Yep. So, Bangs on the mound. My apologies. And again, I wouldn't have known it was Paul. Probably wouldn't have known it was Paul Ryan during the pitching change last time because all the numbers on the Mad Dogs roster. You had I got 3-2. Fouled off. Ball fouled off the screen above the Blue Sox dugout, and then I don't know if that was O'Rourke or who it was, but he fielded it off the screen and then in one motion did the Derek Jeter jump throw to get it back to Bangs. Grounder to short. McCullough on the backhand. On to first. Not in time. Infield single for Tully. Close play, but with Tully's speed. And the Mad Dogs' speed historically. That's tough to beat. So runner at first, and that is just the second hit of the game, too, for the Mad Dogs. Here's Copeland, who struck out looking his first time up. Runner goes. The pitch is a strike. Throw down to second. Not in time. Stolen base for Tully. He is now in scoring position. 0-1 the count to Copeland. Bangs comes set. Runner bluffs off of second, and that is strike two. Swing and a miss with the quick pitch. Strike three. 2 down. And let's see if a Tower of Power Derek Bauer can keep the line moving for the Mad Dogs. Ground out to second, his first time up. Runner goes for third. Pitch is grounded to short. There is McCullough on to first. Good stretch at first by Casterly, and the side is retired. As no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left for the Mad Dogs, and it is still 4-1 Blue Sox after 3. Dudinakis, Corliss, and Little due up for the Blue Sox here in the top of the 4th. They had Coolio's Gangsta's Paradise playing on the portable speaker in the Mad Dogs dugout between innings. You want to go down a Wikipedia rabbit hole, take a look at the beef between Coolio and Weird Al over Amish Paradise. 1-0 the count to Pete Dudinakis, who walked his first time up. Fouls that one off, and the count will be 1-1. Don't know if the Mad Dogs have any other lefties available tonight, but by the time the 4, 5, and 6 hitters come around, that clump of lefties in the Blue Sox order, I think that's the next time you would see a lefty. Mad Dogs are able to hold off on a pitching change until then. Don't need a pitching change right now. That's swing and a miss. 1 up, 1 down, and here is Craig Corliss. Paul Ryan taking over for Ponza. For the 2-run single by Salima. Gotten 3 in a row so far. Behind Corliss, 1-0 though. Ponza goes the first 2 and a third. Lopes only goes the first 2 for the Blue Sox. 1-1. Right now, Steve Bangs, the pitcher of record for the Blue Sox. Driven to left. That's going to drop a fair ball. Roloff was watching it, let it drop, and I guess he thought it was going to land foul, but it did not, and it's a double for Corliss. He's 2 for 2. I'm just going to have time called here as Corliss is going to get rid of his elbow guard there. Pitch it over to the peanut gallery there for the Blue Sox. And the lineup turns over for Ernie Little. Ernie led off this game with an infield single. Got to second on McCullough's walk, stole third, and then came home on an error after the successful stolen base. That's on the inside corner for strike 1. Got a 3-run lead here, but knowing the missed chances the Blue Sox have had already tonight, you need to pad on to that. Seen a little. That's a foul ball just barely outside the first base bag, 0-2. You're not going to see Little lay one down now with 2 strikes, but if you did, you know he's trying to bunt for a base hit and try and catch the infield napping. With his speed, he could certainly do it. Also considering how far back Tang is playing right now. McCullough also has the speed to do it too, but we'll see what Ernie can do with this at-bat here. He lines this one to first. Nice snag there for the out by Bauer. 2 down, and Corliss able to get back to second without being doubled off. So let's see what Jesse McCullough can do to keep the line moving. Walk, steal, and a run scored in the first. Single, and a run scored in the third. Runner in scoring position. That's Corliss. At second, that's ball 1. 1-0 the count. If the Mad Dogs are going to make a move, they'd like to be able to hold off on it. At least, get through this inning without being forced to do it. Maybe get McCullough here, or if you let him on, at least get Alvarez before Johnson comes up. 1-2, though, to McCullough. Breaking balls have been really good today for the Mad Dogs when they've been able to spot him. Fouled off, and ricochets right back to O'Rourke, and he does it again. He's done that now twice in one fluid motion. One and two the count. And couldn't get on top of that breaking ball, and it stays high, 2-2. Oh, it hit him. Well, the inning continues. Pad the on-base percentage any way you can, right? McCall's now been on base all 3 times. Who wouldn't want an OPS of 4,000, right? Excuse me, 2,000. What am I talking about? 1 single, 1 walk, 1 hit by pitch. Actually, that was one of the first, great baseball quotes I'd ever heard when I started following this sport when I was a kid. As Alvarez takes down and away for ball 1. There was I think it was like some batter, his first career game went 4 for 4, and he said, "So does that mean I'm batting 4,000?" Not quite. Math is hard. 1-0 to Jules. RBI double his first time up. Walk and a run scored in the third. Alvarez pops this one up, but that's going to get out of play. Landed somebody's lawn. In recent years, they cut down a bunch of the trees that separated Maplewood from the homes behind this park. Like it's a good barrier to prevent, broken windows or whatever. Oh, that kicks off the second baseman's glove into center field. Here comes Corliss. Out. Liner up the middle. Colucci couldn't haul it in, got into center, but that might have helped the Mad Dogs anyways as it slowed it down enough for the relay to start with Copeland to nail Corliss coming home. And it's still 4-1 Blue Sox as we're halfway home. Oh, Mark Leary is coach now, huh? It's still Steve out there, right, Mark? Certainly not what you want is Corliss, coming home, getting tagged out at home as the last out of the inning, and now you got to go back and get all the catcher's gear on. Tough break for the Blue Sox. I mean, you'd almost just rather Colucci have caught that one. He went way up to get there. Jeez. So Alvarez picks up his second hit of the game. But Corliss is gunned down. And still some hope for the Mad Dogs. Instead of 5-1 and a turn at bat for DJ Johnson, you get out of the inning with no runs allowed. You have a chance to maybe, we might see a new arm next inning to face the three lefties. Here is Roloff. Comes up empty for strike one. Roloff popped up to second his first time up. Another one of those flyouts we've seen misjudged by one of the other Blue Sox defenders. In the case of Roloff's pop-up, it was McCullough who missed it, but wasn't even over on his side anyways. 1-2 the count, rather. So it's Roloff, Morgan, and Hanlon, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters of the Mad Dogs lineup due up here. In the bottom of the fourth, that'll be fouled off. DJ Johnson is a designated hitter, but he's already got his helmet. He was on deck. He still got his helmet on. He's still getting his bat. He's getting ready to bat to begin the top of the fifth, as that is downstairs, 2-2. Oh, good Lord. Was that his elbow guard, I hope? Oh, that sounded painful. But and now the umpires are conversing here. I don't think he leaned into it, but are they going to? It's a foul ball. It's a foul ball. So. Like it sure wasn't bone, but I'm sure they do make elbow guards hard enough that they would make that sound if they were hit. But anyway, it was a foul ball, and now that's a called strike 3.
We go 3-1.
So roll off instead of picking up a hit by pitch and getting on board to begin the inning. Goes down on strikes. And here is Ty Morgan, the first base runner for the Mad Dogs with a walk back in the second, and eventually scored what is so far the Mad Dogs' only run this game. That is upstairs for ball 1. Kind of an awkward swing there, and it's 1-1. Just missed the inside corner. 2-1. On the outside corner, 2-2. Go from the inside to the outside. With the designated hitter, Connor Hanlon on deck. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back Ks to begin the inning for Bangs. He's now got 4 out of his first 5 outs. And it'll be up to Connor Hanlon to try and keep the line moving. He struck out swinging his first time up, the second of 3 Ks for Eric Lopes. And he swings and misses there for strike 1. And I can tell that Bangs is picking up the pace here. Let's get this inning over and done with. That's downstairs. That'll be ball 1. And when you see Morgan swing and miss the way he did in his at-bat, and then Hanlon go after the first one and come up empty, that's the right idea. Pick up the pace on the mound, see if he can catch him swinging, but good discipline on the last 2 by Hanlon, and might be a good pitch to hit there, but it's behind it on the fastball. 2-2. Watch your lips. Still 2-2 as that's fouled off towards the Blue Sox dugout. It really isn't. Blue Sox dugout is all the way out, down, sprawling down foul territory in left field there. 2-2 again. Grounder up the middle. Nice diving stop at second, on to first. Safe. Oh, great effort by Ernie Little. Throws just a little too far up the line. Casserly reached for it, but they didn't get Hanlon. He reaches on an infield single with 2 outs. So, here is Chris Afero, but first a check on the runner at first, and back safely is Hanlon. Afero walked his first time up, and that was actually a pivotal walk because it was a 2-strike pitch. It was a 3-2, 2-strike, 2-out pitch. He drew a walk, and that kept the line moving for the man on deck, Tang, who drove home Morgan. Got the Mad Dogs on the board. 1-0 is Corliss pointing over to first and obliging. His Bangs, but tag is too late on Hanlon. Getting his lead there at first. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. Fouled off, count will be 1-2, and we saw Bangs with the quick pitch last inning. I'm sure he's going to try and employ that with runners on to try and control the running game. At the same time, with a guy like Hanlon, if you look over there, he's kind of getting like a moving lead there. So into your stride quickly. He does run. The pitch is fouled off. Still 1-2 the count. Still handling it first. 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 5 strikeouts so far in 2 innings for Bangs out of the bullpen. And the Sox still lead 4-1 after 4. So we'll go to the top of the 5th. And with the lefties due up, as expected, a lefty out of the... wait, no. Hang on, was I wrong? No. Is that? I saw the glove on his right hand, but it is not a lefty out of the bullpen. Hang on a second. I don't know, man. I do need to get my eyes checked. That is still Brian Paulrine out there for the Mad Dogs, but looks very... I don't know why he looks different, now in this 3rd inning of work. I don't know, man. My sister and I are the only people in our bloodline who haven't yet needed to wear glasses, but that may change at least for me in the near future. I don't know. Well, see what DJ can do here. Trying to get off the Schneid. 0 for 2 with a fly out to right and a strikeout looking. DJ Johnson, Austin Maisel, Andrew Salima due up here in the top of the 5th. Blue Sox still looking to add on. Had plenty of opportunities to do so. Up and away for ball 1. They've left 7 on base through the first 4 innings. And that doesn't even include Craig Corliss getting gunned down at home to end the top of the 4th. That's grounded to second, and DJ is 0 for 3. Quick start to the 5th for Brian Paulrine in the Malden Mad Dogs. 1 up, 1 down. And here is Austin Maisel. Maisel reached on a fielder's choice his first time up and had a single last time. Stranded at third as that's outside for ball 1. Swing and a miss. Pitch down and away, 1-1. So the Mad Dogs have actually gotten the leadoff man in every inning except the first. Actually, no, I take that back. Excuse me, McCullough. McCullough did single, but he's got the 3 out of the 5 leadoff guys. McCullough with the single, Little with the single in the first and third. The exceptions, but they got Zaire in the second. Also got Casterly to make it 2 outs, nobody on to start the second. And then Dudonakis striking out, and then Johnson grinding out here. Reached for, fouled the other way, and out of play. If the full run there is roll off, but no chance to make a play there. Still 2-2. Maisel swings and misses. Strike 3. The fastball there. 2 down. And we have a pinch hitter for Andrew Salima. Is that what's going on? Is that still Salima? Fouled off. On the outside corner for strike 3 called, and 2 strikeouts in the inning for Paul Ryan. Through 4.5, still 4-1 Blue Sox. All right, Chris Wannett will take over on the mound for the Blue Sox. Had a phenomenal debut for the Blue Sox on Thursday night. Came in relief and got the win in 3 innings with no runs, 2 strikeouts, no hits, 1 walk. Really made a good impression with his a broken bat comebacker for a double play on the first pitch he threw. First pitch is fouled off for strike 1 to Lawrence Tang, who had an RBI double his first time up. That's down and away for ball 1, 1-1. And that double drove home was still the only Mad Dogs run, and it could have been 2, but it was ruled an automatic double. Chris Alfaro had to freeze at third. And then Eric Lopes got Croto swinging to end that threat. It's now 2-2, as the Mad Dogs are sending Tang, Croto, and Colucci to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th. On the inside corner, strike 3 called, dropped by Corliss. He'll fire on to first and complete the strikeout. 1 up, 1 down. Ball 1 to Croto. Again, strikeout swinging his first time up, as that's up and away. And a little stumble there by Corliss to keep from going to the backstop. It wouldn't really matter there with nobody on base. And it's ball 2. Croto down the right field line, but it's going to land foul. Wasn't going to get out, but a little too far out in front there. Unable to keep it fair and maybe get extra bases. If you're the Mad Dogs, you got 8 offensive outs to work with. And you got to remember that you're not going to even tie the game with 1 swing of the bat at this juncture. 1 at a time mentality. Get on base, keep the line moving, as I say. Because right now the tying run's still in the dugout. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. And this was held on to this time by Corliss. Last 5 outs by Blue Sox pitchers have been recorded by way of the K. Of course, that single by Hanlon in the 4th in between. But now it's Colucci as he pops this one up into right field, and that will be caught on the run for the out that retires the side. So we go to the top of the 6th. Blue Sox still up 4-1. We go to the top of the 6th. Pinch hitter for Domzaire. And for strike one to Brian Acosta. Skied into right field, going back. It's Tully, and he missed it. It's going to roll all the way past him, and now Acosta's turning on the Jets. Here he goes to third, standing up. Get the scoring on that from Bruce, but Joe Auger is now going to bat. Joe Auger, right? All right. And that brushes him back a bit for ball one. Auger on Thursday was 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He takes strike one here. Give you Costa's numbers on Thursday. He was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, but also a walk and a run scored. Breaking ball gets in there for strike 2, and Acosta right now is dancing off of third base like he's got to be somewhere. Maybe distract the pitcher, draw a balk. That's at the knees for strike 3 called. So Auger goes down looking. And Anderson Jimenez going to bat. Is this Anderson or this? Fouled off for strike one. Grounder foul, and the count will be 0-2. Excuse me, swing fouled off there. Assuming Anderson's going to stay in the game. Anticipate. I don't know. Will Jesse move over to third, or we'll have some shuffle in second, short, and third? I don't know. Figure it out. Nice diving stop at first. It'll get the run home anyways. And it is 5-1. Another phenomenal play at first defensively by Derek Bauer. So 2 down, bases empty, RBI. And here's Corliss. Swing and a miss for strike one. In the bottom of the 6th, the Mad Dogs will have the top 3 hitters in the order due up: Tully, Copeland, and Bauer. Corliss, fly ball into right center field and caught just in front of the fence by the center fielder Copeland. Good ride given there by Corliss, waiting on the Off-speed pitch, but couldn't get it all the way out. And we go to the bottom of the sixth, 5-1, Blue Sox. All right, a number of changes for the Blue Sox as we go to the bottom of the sixth. The new arm is the lefty Nate Hartley. Hartley actually batted on Thursday and drew a walk and brought in a run. And here he is to pitch. Facing the top of the Mad Dogs order. So it's Lopes for the first two, Bangs for the next two, won it for one, and now it's Hartley. Tully to lead things off, 1 for 2, fly out to left, and a single and a stolen base. That's in there, 4 strike 1. Hartley winds and delivers. Goes down, gets it, flares it into left field. Acosta on the run. He got it. The umpires both ruled him out. The Mad Dogs were telling Tully, stay on second, and it's not going to matter. Great play by Brian Acosta into left field after leading off the top half of this inning, getting to third and then scoring on Jimenez's ground out. Second time Tully's flight out to left today as it bounces back towards Corliss on the home plate area. 1-1 to Quentin Copeland. 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. It's glad to see Lopes go, but then had to face Steve Bangs. See if a lefty will give him any more success. He'll put this one in play anyways. There's Jimenez at third. Strong throw on to first, 2 down. And that'll be Derek Bauer. And you have the 2 righties to lead off the inning, but they have the lefty against the power hitting lefty. And that'll be on the outside corner for strike 1. Mad Dogs have the top 3 of their order. Coming up here in the bottom of the 6th, the Blue Sox have the top 3 of their order in the top of the 7th. Can say the top third of the order in a league with a 10-man batting order. Hartley winds and delivers. That bounces to the plate, 1-1. Reach for and fouled out of play. No chance for Ryan O'Rourke to make a slick play off the rebound this time. Not 2-1, excuse me, 1-2. On the outside corner, strike 3 called. Inning over, 1-2-3. Go the Mad Dogs when they really needed to do anything but there. 5-1 Blue Sox after 6. And went by so quickly, didn't have the chance to get you all the changes for the Blue Sox defensively. We had Jimenez, you saw there at third. Joe Augers now at first. Brian Acosta's in left. John Fritz is now in right. He made that catch at the end of the 5th and subbing in for Julian Alvarez. And we still got Paul Ryan out there? Yeah? All right, well. 5 innings out of the bullpen, huh? Well, 4 2/3 it would be, but close enough. So Ernie Little going to lead it off here in the, is that Ernie? No, excuse me. What am I talking about? Is that 6? Can't tell. Oh, yeah, that's Ernie. Dylan Walsh is going to be due up next. He's now in the game at shortstop. So Little to the plate for the 4th time, 1 for 3, singled, stole third, and scored in the first. Struck out swinging and lined out to first since. That is on the outside corner for strike 1. Kind of at a slow pace in the start of this game. We only got to the first 2.5 innings at about the hour mark, but we're almost to the 2-hour mark, and now here we are in the top of the 7th of a 5-1 ball game. The pitching really took over from that point for both sides. We actually didn't have a run scored after the 2-run RBI single by Andrew Salima. At least the Blue Sox, neither side did actually, until Acosta coming home last inning. But Little comes up empty there. Second time he's gone down by way of the K, and here is Dylan Walsh. Walsh wearing the number 4, long worn by Blue Sox great Ross Curley. So McCullough's day is done after going 1 for 1 with a walk, a single, a hit by pitch, steal, and 2 runs scored. Gotta love padding the OBP that way, right? Grounder to second, and it's booted and bobbled, and Walsh will reach. Call that an E4. Number 2 spot's been on base all 4 times. And now here's Jules taken out of right field now in the EH slot. Trying to keep his perfect day at the plate alive. Double, walk, and a single so far. He swings at the first pitch, popped up over to the right side. Second baseman's got it this time for out number 2. First pitch swinging. Alvarez retired. And that'll be DJ Johnson. Trying to race his 0 for 3. Fly out to right, strikeout looking. Ground out to second. outside for ball one. In the bottom of the seventh, Mad Dogs will be down their final 3 outs, and they'll have the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up. Roloff, Morgan, and Hanlon. Nearly came in and got him, and it's 2-0. And that'll pop to the backstop and allow Walsh to get to second. 3-0 the count to Johnson. Three and one. Downstairs for ball four. So Johnson does get on base by way of the walk, first and second. And here's Austin Maisel, 1 for 3. Reach on fielder's choice in the first, single in the third, strikeout in the fifth. Popped foul out of play. Strike two. Breaking ball, fouled off again. John Fritz on deck, if we get that far. Another pop-up, this one in play and caught by the shortstop, Ty Morgan, for out number 3. The Blue Sox leave 2 runners on base. But it's now closing time for the Blue Sox. They're up 5-1, going to the bottom of the 7th. So our next broadcast for sure, by the way, is going to be Saturday afternoon, 2:30 scheduled first pitch as part of the annual Jerry DeAngelis Intercity League Day of Baseball. Will be the Blue Sox taking on the Sabretooth Expos for the first time this season. Going to be interesting to see how the Blue Sox play that game. As the Expos dethroned the Blue Sox as Intercity League champions last year. First time someone other than the Blue Sox won the ICL title since 2014. Expos now in their 3rd season in the Intercity League. And this squad merging with the Stoneham Sabres, formerly of the Yawkey and Park Leagues. Now the Sabretooth Expos off to a good start this season, 2-0 with wins over the Bulldogs and the Chiefs. And they have actually 2 games. They have games tomorrow and Thursday night against Melrose and the Mad Dogs before that game on Saturday. Again, 2:30 scheduled first pitch. We may have additional games, by the way, as part of the Jerry DeAngelis Intercity League Day of Baseball. We'll get you that confirmation as soon as we can. 0-1 the count to Jackson Roloff, as that's down and away. Oh, is that Manny or? Oh, it's 0-2 the count. Oh yeah, it's Manny. Oh! They let him have his old number back, 17. It's the number he wore with the Red Sox. 1-2 the count. Manny Del Carmen, no stranger to championships. Curveball on the inside corner. Strike 3 called. 1 down. Not a save situation for Manny, but I think his first appearance of the season. Because you figure, Blue Sox are going to be off until Saturday anyways. Manny's here. Get him his reps. May not be a safe situation, but don't want to leave anything to chance, especially with the heart of the order. Due up for the Mad Dogs. That's in there. 4 strike 1. Evens the count to Ty Morgan, who scored the only run of the game for the Mad Dogs all the way back in the second. Downstairs. Ball 2. Manny, last year for the Blue Sox, 10 games, 5 saves, 10 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, 2 of which were earned, walked 2, struck out 11. ERA of 1.4, 1-hit batsman. Threw 4 wild pitches, though, which was a career high in the Intercity League. 2-2 the count now. The 10 innings, however, he threw was also a career high. Down low. Full count. His 5 saves matched a career high, which he registered in 2019. And ball 4. So that, this is the next man up, pass the baton mentality you got to have right now if you're the Mad Dogs. Because now you're down 4, you got to run around here, but that tying run's still in the dugout. Connor Hanlon, the designated hitter. The battery is 1 for 2, singled his last time up. Skip straight to the backstop, and Morgan, after drawing his second walk of the game, gets into scoring position on the wild pitch. Really only had to walk up there. No thought of a throw there from Corliss, so even if he was trying to steal a base, it would be defensive indifference. This is deep to left. Acosta turns. It's still in the park. It bounces up against the fence. Rifles it back in. RBI double for Hanlon as he trades places with Morgan. 5-2. Hanlon with his second hit. Morgan with his second run. And Chris Afero to the plate. 0 for 1. Walk in the second. Strikeout swinging in the fourth. Outside for ball 1. Tying run now in the on-deck circle. A little closer are the Mad Dogs, but that's in there for strike 1. 1-1. Roll-off goes down a called strike 3, but then Morgan works the walk. Gets to second on the wild pitch. Hanlon trades places with him. Farrow takes strike 2 on the outside corner with a fastball. Now that's relevant right now as far as the game is concerned, but Manny has also had some experience batting for the Blue Sox. Runner takes off for third. Called strike 3. Throw down to third. Got him. It's a strikeout, throw him out, double play to end the ball game. So in a game that took 2 hours and 7 minutes, the winning pitcher is Steve Bangs. The losing pitcher is Anthony Ponza. No save. Blue Sox improved to 2-0 with a 5-2 win, and the Mad Dogs are 0-2. Steve Bangs, in getting the win, allows 2 hits with 1 strikeout. Allows 1 hit with 5 strikeouts. My mistake. I was looking at the wrong stat sheet. Ernie Little went out this game with a single, came around to score, and Jesse McCullough, perfect day at the plate, single, walk, hit by pitch, stolen base, 2 runs scored. Andrew Salima with a 2-run single. Julian Alvarez with an RBI double. The pitching, took over for both teams as the game went on. And the Blue Sox pull away. I mean, you're not going to win every game 11-3, and some games can, feel closer than they really are. And though it wasn't a safe situation, Manny Del Carmen able to lock it down despite allowing the RBI double. Finishes the game on a strike him out, throw him out double play. I don't remember the last time I've seen a strike him out, throw him out double play to end the ball game. Blue Sox win, and they will be off until Saturday when they get their first shot at revenge against the Sabertooth Expos as part of the Intercity League Jerry DeAngelis Memorial Day of Baseball. That game for sure will be here on the Blue Sox Baseball Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Lexington Blue Sox, _ICL. Be sure to follow the Intercity League, of course, on the web at intercityleaguebaseball.com. The other games on the ICL Day of Baseball will let you know as soon as we can if we will be working those games as well. So once again, the final score from Maplewood Park at Malden Catholic High School in Malden, Mass. It is Lexington Blue Sox 5 and the Malden Mad Dogs 2. My name is Sam Feely. Thanks for tuning in.